Hey everyone, in this episode, I will be showing you how to use psychological triggers to boost your sales. We are delving into yet another captivating aspect of psychological triggers. So, without further ado, let's get started. The mere exposure effect tells us that the more someone sees something, the more familiar they become with it. So, appearing frequently in front of your clients and customers can naturally lead to increased likability and trust. Now, let us apply this principle to your business and marketing efforts. By consistently and prominently presenting your brand, products, or services in front of your clients and customers, you are essentially captivating on the mere exposure effect. This not only helps in building trust, but also elevates the perceived importance and impact of your message. It is crucial to remember that in the world of marketing, the adage "more is more" often holds true, especially when your goal is to enhance the frequency and touch points with your target audience. The more they see, hear, or interact with your brand, the more likely they are to remember, trust, and ultimately engage with your offerings. So, in your marketing strategy, consider the power of repetition and the mere exposure effect as a valuable tool to strengthen your brand's presence and influence. Let us move on to our next trigger: loss aversion. People hate missing out on opportunities, and that is where the fear of missing out, FOMO, comes into play. To leverage this, use scarcity, urgency, or incentives that disappear if action isn't taken soon. Ensure that these tactics are genuine and authentic. Setting deadlines or creating limited supplies can be powerful tools to encourage action. Now, let us discuss the compromise effect. This effect arises from the fact that people often find it challenging to evaluate numerous options and criteria when making decisions. To capitalize on this bias, present 2 or 3 different options such as low, middle, and high price choices. Place your desired option in the middle as the compromise choice. Labeling it as most popular can also take advantage of the bandwagon effect, making it more appealing. Another important concept is anchoring. Anchoring relies on the first piece of information or price that someone encounters, serving as a mental reference point for future comparisons. If you present a higher price initially, subsequent prices will seem more budget-friendly. Anchoring taps into both the serial position effect and the recency effect, influencing decision-making by overemphasizing initial information. To better understand the concept of anchoring, let us consider a practical scenario. Imagine you are shopping for a new smartphone, and the first model you see is a high-end device priced at $1,200. It becomes your mental reference point. Later, a mid-range option at $800 might seem like a good deal, even though it is relatively expensive. This illustrates anchoring, where the initial price influences your perception of subsequent prices. Now, let us talk about choice overload. Offering too many choices can overwhelm customers, leading to decision paralysis and dissatisfaction with their choices. For instance, imagine you are running a restaurant with an extensive menu featuring hundreds of dishes. While variety can be appealing, it often leaves diners struggling to make a decision. To address this, simplify your options and eliminate confusion by categorizing dishes, highlighting chef's recommendations, and creating a more focused menu. By designing a customer journey that guides them through every step, you can streamline the decision-making process, ultimately reducing choices to a manageable level and ensuring a more satisfying dining experience. Remember, your goal is not to underestimate your audience's intelligence, but to help them make confident decisions by streamlining their choices. That is for today's exploration of these powerful psychological triggers and cognitive biases. We have covered the mere exposure effect, loss aversion, the compromise effect, anchoring, and choice overload. Stay tuned for our next video where I will introduce you to yet another psychological trigger to utilizing psychological triggers for enhancing your sales. Thank you for watching, and I will see you into the next one.